Guys, it's been a minute since I've made a video. I haven't been really doing a whole lot of trading. I've been strictly kind of studying and working on my pilot license. But I have been able to pick up a few trades here and there, but I just haven't really been making any videos. But one thing I want to show you is a trade review, and I'm going to try to post more as possible, but it's kind of hard with so much going on. I'm working on my house and getting my pilot license, like I said. So just a lot going on. So any spare time that I would have normally to make videos, I'm studying and working on the house and flying, like I said. But I just want to show you a quick trade review. If you haven't seen it already, the big news today, one of the biggest drops and then rallies I've ever seen since I've been trading. And luckily, I was sitting behind the computer when it happened, and I was able to take advantage of it. The trade I'm going to show you actually could have made in a lot of different stocks, especially tech. You could have just kind of thrown a dart and made this same trade because they all pretty much made the same type of pattern. Well, I'm going to show you and dive right into that. So actually, I was looking at AAPL, which is Apple. I was looking at this last night. It was part of my watch list along with several others: Progressive, Overstock, Schwab, AMD, Micron Tech. So I'm looking here at a pretty solid bottom, and kind of consolidated a little bit right here, and the volume's starting to pick up. So I'm really was looking to already swing Apple. I was kind of looking for some confirmation in price and to get up into the 162 level, which I pointed out on my Twitter. I do have a new Twitter account, which you can follow. It is the same as my YouTube. It's just Moon Monkey Trades. Be glad to have you as a follower over there. But besides that, so I was already looking at Apple as far as that goes, kind of looking for it to reclaim 162. And so what I'll do is I break this down. So I use multiple time frames, but then I would go over to like a 4-hour chart or a 60-minute chart and pick out support and resistance there, and kind of just align all my time frames together to find the best possible entry. So here is our chart on Apple. As you can see, we try to run up, and it does this a lot in the morning, so I kind of avoid the first 30 minutes, hour, unless I see something very specific that I'm looking for. But we pulled back deep down into the 200 moving average on the intraday chart, and this is intraday 5 minutes. We pulled back, kind of hit the low of pre-market and started to bounce. And right around this candle in this area, I don't remember exactly what price I bought it at, I started to buy in on Apple as we reclaimed this high point here that we made on the way down to that low to the 200. Bought 5 calls on it. We pulled up, we bounced back. I was prepared to get out of this trade at this point because we're kind of getting a double top. I held on to it because we stayed above the 9 EMA, and all we did was really make a flag pattern and took off and broke above the morning high, and we just kept running. Around this time here is when the meetings started to happen for the Feds, and I started to scale out of that trade, and eventually got out as we started to break down below the 9, and kind of watched how the meeting was going, and it started out good, started to jump up here, pull back, and it was kind of really choppy and all over the place. I just stayed out and watched. We had this huge candle that pretty much took up all the gains for the day into the 200 moving average. And then Powell came out and said, hey, we're going to do it 50 basis points. People were scared that he was going to do it 75 basis points. And then there was an interview which someone specifically asked if there was any plan to do a 75 basis point hike. And Powell pretty much said no. And at that moment, Apple took off, and I repurchased Apple. I bought 10 calls on this, and I ran this thing up the rest of the day and averaged out and ended up holding on to 1 out of the 10 calls for overnight. So I made a pretty good gain on this trade, holding 1 call, and it's pretty much a free trade at this point. It could go to 0, and I would still make a decent amount of money. So I'm holding that overnight, but that is my trade on Apple, and I'm hoping that we can continue some steam with this news into tomorrow. But that's it. Moon Monkey Trades, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Thanks for watching.